the what we call the L3 series. There's different series in the CompactLogix, like the L4 module. You can just simply slide it, and you are building your system this way. So you add power supply. The other thing also that this processor has is a serial port and also compact flash cards, which I think will be very hard to get nowadays. And then the battery for your program storage when there's no power applied to it. So that's the L6 series. Quickly where it is. So I'm just going to secure this, and it just slide as you will see here, and able to do so. And then the other major enhancement is the computing power of this processor. Welcome everyone to another video series where we're gonna discover the two major PLC families from Allen Bradley, the ControlLogix and CompactLogix. And in this first video, I'd like to just quickly give you an idea about the hardware side of things, and more specifically on the processors themselves. So the first one here that I have in my hand, this is what we call the CompactLogix. Is a modular PLC, does not require a back plane, unlike the ControlLogix family, which we're going to see in a little bit in here. So this is the what we call the L3 series. There's different series in the CompactLogix, like the L4, the L1, and so forth. There is even a newer generation, which is the 5000 that has been released, I believe, for about 2 years. 2 years now, 2-3 years maybe, somewhere in there. Anyway, so as you can see here in the processor, we have LEDs to show you different statuses of the processor, diodes, networking, and so forth. If we open this lid in here, we can see we have an SD card, the ability to add an SD card to store perhaps firmware or some programs, or maybe log some data from the processor. We also have a switch here to switch between the different programming modes, like the run mode and the program mode and so forth. It also has the ability to communicate right off the box Ethernet IP, and it supports all the three main network topologies, which is star topology, ring topology, or also the linear or the bus topology. So from adding cards perspective, so all we need to do is we can slide our cards in here. So I'm just going to show you that very quickly here. So you can take, like, this is a relay output module. You can just simply slide it like that into its position, and then just push this little lever here to secure it in its position, and that's all we have to do in this case. Just like that. There we go. And then you are building your system this way. So you add power supply and different modules depending on your application. Now on the other hand, we have the ControlLogix family, as I was saying, and it does require the backplane. So the backplane comes in different sizes. Like this one is 7 slots, and I have here an EC power supply, but you can get also DC power supply. So on top of the backplane, you're gonna need your cards, your IOs cards, your processor, communication, so forth. Another major difference also I should mention between CompactLogix and the ControlLogix family is that the ControlLogix family has the ability to provide you with redundant systems if you need that option. Unlike the CompactLogix, which it doesn't have that ability to do so. So I'm just going to cover here quickly 3 generations of processors. So this first one here is the L6 series. It's now obsolete. Rockwell does not sell these anymore, but there's lots of them out there in the field. So this is the processor. It has similar kind of like CompactLogix, just the LEDs in here. For the switch, you can use the key in here to switch between different positions. The other thing also that this processor has is a serial port and also compact flash cards, which I think will be very hard to get nowadays. And then the battery to for your program storage when there's no power applied to it. So that's the L6 series. Now after the L6, Rockwell came with the L7 series. So this is the L7 series. There is few enhancement that's happened that we can just notice right away. As you can see here, we have now like basically a display rather just an LED. So the display and the LEDs for statuses and errors, codes, and so forth. We also have now an SD card rather than a compact flash card, and we have an USB port and no serial port anymore. So this is the USB port to go line with the processor and connect to it, program it, and so forth. Another major difference is this processor does not have a battery like the L6 series. What it does, it has a capacitor bank, which I'm going to show you here quickly where it is. So I'm just going to unsecure this, and it just slide as you will see here in a second. So I'm just going to take it out of its location here, and I'll just show you. So essentially it just comes out from here. So once you unsecure this little bit, this lock in here, push it to the bottom and you can take this out, and this is your battery bank now for your program storage when there's no power applied to the processor. And then it's goes like this, and that's for the battery. Another major enhancement is the L7 series. It's at least twice faster than the L6 series, so more computing power for sure. And then the next generation after the L7 is the L8. So like the L7, it has also a display in here. It has the LED, so no differences there. It also got the USB ports for programming going line with the processor. It has the SD card here. If you open up this little door in here, so there's the SD card right there. But one of the main differences here is the processor has Ethernet built in. So kind of similar to the CompactLogix, this L8 already have ability to communicate Ethernet IP right off the box. You don't need to buy another module to do so. And then the other major enhancement is the computing power of this processor. It's crazy faster and way powerful than its precedent processor, which is the L7. I've used it in few projects, and I was very impressed with the computing power of this processor. So I hope you guys liked this video, and this is give you just a quick brief introductory to the hardware, or more specifically the CPUs that Rockwell use in the ControlLogix and in the CompactLogix family. And please, if you like the video, subscribe and share the content so all your friends can benefit and so forth. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.